Hello, everyone. It's Vicky, and I'm here today to talk none other than One Book July. It's back again this year. I know I've gotten a few messages from all of you asking, hey, is One Book July coming back? It is definitely, it's definitely going to be a little bit different, but if you haven't been around, One Book July has been around for quite some time. It's been around for so long that you could definitely find challenges over the years that may speak to you this year. The original way that One Book July had started was with one book and one pen. And the reason for that was that the creators, mainly it was RHOMANY from RHOMANY's Realm who had come up with it, and she reached out to myself and CARIE from CARIE HARLING, her YouTube channel. She had reached out to us to kind of help her with this challenge, and the reason for that challenge and the idea behind it was that so many people were coming into the planner community with so many questions about how do you use this planner, how do you use that planner, how can I make this a successful tool in my everyday life. And really, because there were so many wonderful creators and so many wonderful products coming out, it was hard to kind of weed through everything and figure out, hey, what's going to work best for me. The one great solution that we found to make that happen for most people was to really start with one notebook, just whatever notebook you chose, and a pen. And really that helps you kind of get rid of everything, all the stickers, all the washi tape, all the different methods. It helps you really kind of clear your mind and just sit there and try and figure out, hey, what do I need to do? Generally, a lot of people fall behind on tasks, or you become overwhelmed and overconsumption and shopping and purchasing too many things. You don't know how to use them all. You feel a mass amount of guilt. You put it away and then you end up not using it. And really it takes away from the fun of it. We really want to encourage you to use your planners in all the different ways. I am a huge advocate for all, changing it up, looking into new things, not from necessarily feeling the guilt. I think you should embrace your purchases and make them work for you. Whether you thought initially you were going to use it because you were influenced to use it a certain way, you can always change that and make it work for you. So with that said, this year, One Book July, I think RHOMANY and CARIE have a lot going on. And so we all decided we're just going to do our own things this year. And if you want to look back on other challenges, I'll have links down below for you so you can kind of look in the historical archives of past challenges. This year, I decided that it'd be fun to kind of challenge myself as well as maybe challenge some of you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to convince you why this is a perfect planner. So you can kind of insert a blank in there. So I will have planners that have been my favorites over the years that are not necessarily maybe the planner systems. Well, I guess the planner systems, I guess the way that they're advertised. And so what I'll do is let's say it is going to be Planner X. So I'm going to say, hey, Planner X is the planner, the one planner that's for you, for me, for everybody. And I'm going to spend that whole video trying to convince you why it's a great planner. So I'm mainly going to highlight all the good. I'm choosing planners for this challenge that I've used a lot over the years. So maybe I've used it for a little while. I've put it aside and I've kind of found myself coming back to it over and over again. I will highlight the system that I use because the system that I use, I feel like will work in any and every kind of planner. It's my tried and true. It's like my mothership planner. And I want to share that with you so that it inspires you to use your planners. So I'm going to highlight several planners this month and convince you. So it's kind of a fun play on this is the ultimate planner. This is the one holy grail planner, because the challenge began with the idea of what is that planner? What's that unicorn planner that I need? It's kind of a play on that, in that I'm going to say, hey, this is the one planner for you. So each week, probably maybe for a week, 1 week, but mainly each week, I'm going to bring forward a planner that really, truly, I'm going to say is the one holy grail planner, and I'm going to highlight it. Now, with that said, there is a caveat in that I'm not showcasing how to use these planners in conjunction with a journal. So a lot of times what's happened in the planner community, at least from my observation and watching endless amounts of videos, is that when the planner community first went kind of viral, I feel like, which is mostly I want to say it's the 2014 era, 2015. There was a lot of crafter people, a lot of people in the crafting world who kind of came over into the planner world, and it makes sense that the two kind of worked together. And that's where we get that creative aspect, the scrapbooking. So I think a lot of the people who were scrapbooking, like the people who went to archivers and were doing all the scrapbooking, all of that kind of went a little bit by the wayside. And a lot more people who had ideas to scrapbook have incorporated into planners, which I think is an excellent marriage. I think they work so well together. But because I want to put some focus on the planning, I'm not going to highlight how well these planners will work as journals and as planners. We can do that in another series if you guys want to, but I mainly want to focus on just the planning aspect of it. So I will showcase how to use the monthly for planning and how to use that in that way. I can give you tips and tricks on how I would use it as journals, but the main focus is going to be on the planning aspect of it. So I know I've seen in a lot of videos people buying these really expensive planners with the intent of using it kind of as a planner, but a lot of it is kind of like backfilling and journaling, and being a little kind of hesitant on how am I going to use a yearly overview, or how am I going to use the monthly, or monthlies don't really make sense to me. I hear that a lot in the planning community. And to me, that's so hard to believe, because I couldn't live my life without a monthly overview. It's like my one that I would need. If I could get rid of every other layout, a monthly is a must. So I'm going to highlight kind of how I look at my life in a monthly overview and a yearly overview. We're going to look at it in weeks, in days. We're going to do a lot of breaking that down, and I'm going to highlight again and do kind of a play on why it's the unicorn planner. So I'm not saying or stressing to you to go shopping or buying or anything like that. I'm just going to go through over the years and kind of have fun with, why certain planners I would feel are like great if I didn't have any other options out there, if I couldn't Franken plan, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to have fun kind of highlighting some planners that I've, again, come to years and years to again and again, and that I've really, really enjoyed. I like the quality of them. I think they hold up. I love the accessories that come with them, all that kind of fun stuff. We're going to be doing that over here on my channel for One Book July this year. Again, if you are looking for other challenges, there are plenty that we've done over the years. So please check those out as well. I will probably hit you with 2 videos this week, just because I will showcase my first planner that I'm going to call my unicorn planner. I won't have every planner for the 2025 year, because I didn't want to rebuy them. Just because I love them doesn't mean I have to have the brand new version of it. I will have the versions that I've had in the past. So you'll see some old planners come out, as well as some of the newer planners. I'm going to highlight the ones that I think are, again, the unicorn planner. So it's good to see all of you. I hope you guys are excited, and I'll see you again next time. Take care. Bye-bye.